Coronation Street Model Railway layout, but this is not about Coronation Street Model Railway. This is about my Delorean. About 2 months ago here in Australia they brought out a weekly magazine where you build the Delorean, the time machine car from Back to the Future with Michael J. Fox from the movie. You build it over weekly parts. I've been tossing up whether to actually film me building that along the way. I thought some of you guys might find it interesting, and it gives a bit of a break from the railway, so when I'm actually not doing anything on the railway you can actually watch me build the DeLorean. I hope I get the DeLorean finished before I die of cancer, because as you are all well aware, as I said in the first video, I do have cancer, and the prognosis is not good. It's only a couple of months, unfortunately. So look, join me guys and see how far we get with building this DeLorean. I have hope. I hope I do finish it, and a lot of other people hope I finish it as well. So I'm going to take you through it. So it's been, as I said, it's been about 7 weeks, 8 weeks since I started to do this. So I have built some of it up and have received some of the magazines. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to give you a look at the finished product, some of the brochures that came with it, give you a look at the finished product, and then I'll give you a look at some of the parts that are already being built. Hopefully we'll catch up, and we'll be able to join where when I get them in the post, you'll be able to watch me open them, and we'll put them together and build this together and then have some fun, guys. So I hope you enjoy this, and now I'll get ready and we'll get to have a look at some brochures on this DeLorean. Okay, there's the first picture of it, guys. As you can see, it's the DeLorean from the Back to the Future movie with Michael J. Fox, and it's looking pretty good. We'll try and get a close-up here of it just so you can have a good look. Just let that focus. Now please bear with me guys, I'm hand holding this camera, and as you know these DSLRs are not real good for filming when you're hand holding, so just bear with me. So we'll just get in the back here, just let this focus. There we go, just so you can have a good look at that. There we go. And okay guys, here's a couple of more shots. On the inside, the time machine dials. There's a look at the front of it, guys. This does all light up. Doors do open. It's quite a lot of money. I think by the end of it, when you've brought the whole lot and it's completed, it's around $2,500 Australian dollars to complete this, guys. It does come with a display stand, which looks pretty good. Also, you get a free bonus. You get some free bonuses when you subscribe, and I subscribe. This is the number plate from the DeLorean, Out of Time. Quite fitting for me, actually. I have received that and I have mounted it. I'll give you guys a look at it. Very fitting for me, being out of time. And you also get the magazine binders as well. So there's a few free things you get if you subscribe. So if you have it posted to you, we do subscribe, so we get those free benefits as well. So what we're going to do now is I'll just move on to one more brochure just to give you a quick look. Right guys, I hope that's not too shiny for you. That's it there. Now those of you, of course, you're into scale models, so you all understand scale size. So this is 1/8 scale. So it's fairly big. It's 52.7 centimeters long. Everything does work on it. It is actual working car, just like it did in the movies. Everything does work on it. Everything lights up. It's going to be very, very good. I'm getting very excited to build this and see the finished product. So now let's move on to some of the parts that I've already built. Right, guys. Some of the parts we'll move on to now. As you can see, of course, these are the back part of the car, the number plate, brake lights. All those brake lights do light up as well. As I said, everything in the car lights up. It's really magical. You can actually get on to YouTube. You can have a look at this, guys, if you're not in Australia. Well, I'm pretty sure it's on YouTube. I'll search that just to make sure. But the model railway that this company brought out as well, build a model railway week by week. Lots of people put video up on the net about building that railway. So I'm just going to do this with the DeLorean and see how it goes. Right, this is the actual garbage disposal, where he puts all his rubbish to generate the power that he needs to do the time machine. See if we can just zoom in on that a little bit closer, guys. And no, I'm really getting it a bit too close, so we won't worry about that. Come back a bit. Very hard without a tripod, guys. But anyway, we won't worry about that. But that's it there. Quick view from the side. We now have the front wheel arch, the back cover with the DeLorean name written on the back. Can't really see it through this video. One of the tyres. They do it very funny. They actually send you parts that are not relevant to what you're building right now. So you know, I got the wheel, I think the very first issue, and I haven't had another wheel in 11 weeks. So they do it so you really got to get the magazine. You can't sort of, just get what you want, but it's a bit strange. And of course the front right suspension. They did do a mix-up here. They sent me two suspensions, both suspensions and brake hubs, but they sent it both for the right side, not right and not left, so I had to get back onto them. So, but they're fixing it promptly, so I have no complaints. And of course the tie. Right, this was the last delivery that I received with my last 3 magazines, which was magazine 9, 10 and 11. This is how it comes boxed, so it comes pretty good. And I'll tell you another thing, at the top of the box there, the yellow and black handle screwdriver, I tell you what, I'm going to have a lot of those screwdrivers left over. I'll be able to sell them on eBay, because every time I get something that needs a screw done up, I get a screwdriver. They could have cut the cost down if they cut down the screwdrivers. So keep an eye out on eBay for some cheap screwdrivers, guys. Right, again, that's just some that came the other day in the post. It's actually 8, 9 and 11 that I received. I didn't receive 10. I don't know what went wrong there, but sometimes they do that. Sometimes they're out of stock, and you won't receive your order in the numbered correctly. You will get some that are out of sync. Again, only because they are out of stock. I believe this magazine comes from England. Actually, I will check that out, but that's where I believe it comes from. So maybe some England guys in England are building this as well. You might be able to drop me a message in the comments and let me know. Anyone who's building it, please leave some messages underneath these videos. We can have a chat about it. If we're all having problems with one particular thing, we might be able to solve them for each other. So yeah, do that. So what we'll do now is we'll just have a quick look at the magazines that come with it. So as I said, you get binders with it. If you subscribe, you get a free binder. Only one free binder. The rest you've got to pay for. They're about $14, 14 Australian dollars for each binder. But it's good to keep the magazines in. And the magazines that come, which I'll show you in a minute, they come with all the instructions to put together what parts you've received with this issue. And they also have behind the scenes stories of Back to the Future, the movie, all the little bits and all the things that happen in the movie and about the movie in general, and also about the actors, which is it's quite good to read. Okay, so as you can see inside the magazine that comes with each part, you get a list of parts that have come with that magazine. But then, of course, more importantly, you get instructions on how to assemble the parts that came with this issue of the magazine. Anybody can put this together. If you can use a screwdriver, you can put this together. It's not a problem. Right, and then of course, if you turn further in the magazine, you move on to the stories, all the articles about the movie, about the actors, you know, the funny bloopers, everything you would assume that you would get about a movie is in these magazines. So yeah, they're quite good. So look, I hope you enjoy watching me make this. So I'm going to leave this video here, and I'll get back to putting together those parts that have just come in the post, and we'll video that, and look out for the next video. I hope will be very soon, guys, and thank you again for all your support. Thanks for the subscribers and all the views, guys. And remember, if you've got any questions, if you're building this, yeah, let's work together and solve some problems we might have, and it'll be fun. Thanks, guys. See you in the next video.